All right, so I have a quick question for you. How many times have you tried something that you really wanted, and whenever it didn't work out the way you thought, you gave up or you hid? I know that's a little bit of a serious question because I actually have experienced that this week. And it all was prompted by my Healthy Holidays challenge because this week, one of their little tasks was to practice affirmations. Now, affirmations to me are not just to sit around and just talk about how wonderful I am. Affirmations are a way of lightening the load that we put on ourselves. It's a way of just telling us that we're okay. And it's also a way of telling us it's okay to be where we're at as we are growing and evolving into where we want to be, instead of just being so hard and negative on ourselves. Well, I found myself at a crossroads this week. As some of you may know, I have been training for my first full marathon, and I run it in about 4 weeks from now. And I did something to my ankle on my past run. And I found myself wanting to hide rather than just kind of look at it for what it is. And whenever I was thinking about that this week, I think of all the diets we may have tried and it didn't work. I think of that magic pill that was like supposed to be the one and it didn't work. I think of the surgeries that you invested in and it didn't work. And instead of looking at life in the way that Thomas Edison did, because that's probably one of my favorite quotes, is I haven't failed. I've only found 10,000 ways that don't work. "10,000 ways that don't work." But yet, sometimes as we're on our journey and we're trying to become healthier, we get so freaking hard on ourselves and we look at every little hiccup as a failure. And so I realized this week that that's where affirmations have helped me. Not only have affirmations just kind of helped lighten the expectations that I have on myself and how hard I am on myself, but it's also helped my perspective of the way life works. So as I'm at my crossroads this week, I don't, I think I'm out of the woods, but I am healing myself. But I think, what if I can't do it? I've invested all of that money on the trip. We're going to Disney World for me to run this race. You may have thought the same thing. I can't fail at this. I just spent $10,000, $15,000 on this surgery. I think I have to do this professionally because I want to know what this is like. I want to experience this. I want to be able to help my clients who want to do this. So all of this self-doubt. And I hear other people who talk to me like, no, like this has to work. This has to work. This food, this investment in the meal plan and the supplements and all this stuff, it has to work because I am sick of feeling this way. I am sick of looking this way. I want to fit into those size 3 jeans I could in high school. Such expectations about what people think from the outside. So affirmations, no matter how silly it feels or awkward, I know whenever I first started, I shared with my group, I couldn't stomach it. I could not stand to think such nice things about myself. But now that I've continued to evolve and grow and learn more about myself and how my body works, affirmations have helped me become more in tune with my body, helped me kind of know how I feel, which is why this week's journey has been so good for me. Exhausting and sad and exciting, but very good for me, good for my soul to realize that as we are on our journey, you're going to come to a crossroads. And it depends your view of how the world works, of what your next step is going to be. You can go down the path of quitting and hiding and just saying, screw it. Or you can go down the path of just going, all right, that's just one more thing I've realized that doesn't work. Start adding it up. Start realizing that every step you take is not going to be forward. Sometimes you have to look at your journey like a road. And it's good to have a goal. But I want you to see that goal in front of you, but whenever you look past that goal, you don't see an end. You don't see a destination. I want you to see the possibilities, even in your failures, the knowledge in things that don't work. So as you are trying things and things aren't working or they are working, learning to look at that as information. And it is a step, may not be in the step that you want, but it is a step. And to learn to not be so freaking hard on yourself in the process. So yes, my situation. Yeah, I'm a little bummed. I'm kind of have to take a break. I'm trying to feel things out. But I'm hopeful because I know that this marathon is not my life. I am not a paid competitive athlete. This is just something I wanted to do, something I wanted to try. Same goes for you. Yeah, for your health and for your well-being, would it help if you lost a few pounds? Maybe. But is it worth it to be so hard on yourself every step of the way? My answer is no. Learning to enjoy whatever road you're on, no matter how many potholes and gravel and hills and mountains and valleys and culverts, and no matter what type of terrain you're on in your journey. My wish for you is that you lighten the load of how much pressure you put on yourself and choose that path that says, all right, I just learned one more thing that doesn't work, but this is so important to me, and I am so worth investing this time in myself and maybe even money. It just kind of depends what you're doing. That I'm going to try something else. And as you go along, you'll start realizing, okay, this part worked of this, but this part doesn't. And you just kind of take the parts that work. And the parts that don't work, it's information. It's valuable information. Sometimes what doesn't work is more valuable than what does. So my note this week to you is be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the expectations that you have on yourself. And whenever you sense a crossroads and you're somewhere where you're not sure if it's working or not, take a deep breath, and I want you to see two roads. I want you to see one, you can quit, you can give up, and you can just put another check mark and I've failed again. Or you can choose the path that says, all right, I've just found one more thing that doesn't work. That is valuable information, and I'm going to keep trying. So be kind and keep trying, my friends. And it's not too late to start the Healthy Holidays Challenge. We're going to continue it through the first week of January, so I'll probably stop registration sometime around the 1st of January. And I'm also having several programs starting in January that I would love to work with you, not only physically, but on these other life resources that I believe have so much more meaning to the quality of your life to help you get past these mind blocks that you have about your health and wellness journey. So I'm Jennifer Feynman. You can find more information on my website or feel free to reach out to me at any time.